Hello!
Hi everyone!
Here we are again, Judith
and Tatjana
from the Cup of China.
Yes, surprisingly, I'm also here. It's kind of a last minute thing. This is the only overseas Grand Prix I'm doing, but I'm happy to be here together with you and to review this very exciting event. It was also a quite stressful event because 2 days with 4 competition each.
Almost no breaks. Well, on the first day we had the opening ceremony. That was a welcoming little break. But then I guess it's so difficult when you have no time to breathe because the press conference is going on and then the next event is already starting.
So. Yes. So for journalists, this is not the best schedule. For spectators, might be nice. But yeah. So I hope you all enjoyed watching, and this event started with the ice dance, and it was the very much anticipated opening of the season of Madison Chalk and Evan Bates, who also won the event and debuted their very interesting new programs, but the results was not what they hoped for.
Yes, because the result, yes, they won, but the score was certainly not what they had expected. They got only a 123
in the free dance.
Yeah, I think 84 in the rhythm dance. So there were some low levels, level 2 in the lift, and I think a twizzle or something. So there were some level issues.
Let's to make it very obvious what this means, this same score would have had them in 3rd place last week.
Yes, in France.
They would have lost also to Lila Fear and Lewis Gibson.
So you never really can compare the scores, but nevertheless. So obviously they were disappointed, but they're very professional, and they were quite happy with the way they skated, they said, but many skaters, especially ice dancers, also said that the ice wasn't really good quality, that the ice was pretty rough, and they had it was not gliding so well, and that might also affect some of the skating, especially in ice dance, right? Yeah. The levels, because they cannot show the edges as clearly, so that might also be a factor.
Case. And Madison, Evan, also the last years sometimes struggled a bit during their first event, so they will definitely improve.
Yes,
and they have 2 very interesting programs.
Yes, I really like the program. I think it's good to have this contrast and to very character program. So the Lenny Kravitz is more the rock and roll vibes, and I think they do that very well. And I also enjoy the flamenco free dance.
And this is, I think, their strength. Like I was missing this somehow, especially in the free dance over the last years, and this is like I think it could be my favorite free dance of them in a while. So in 2nd place, and it's always so endearing to see skaters that happy and that they achieved their personal best, was Emilia Zingas and Vadim Kolesnik of the US. Very huge success for them. It was their first Grand Prix medal, also their first press conference. They were very nervous about that.
It's a Grand Prix, yes.
Yes. So yeah, they really showed a lot of improvements. We also had a nice interview with them.
Yes, that you will be able to see here on this channel on Ice Skating International. So stay tuned for that, coming up soon.
Yes. So yeah, they really made a strong case for themselves for being on the Olympic team. And we, of course, still have to see the Shibutanis, where I heard rumors of people who saw them train that they are in very good shape. So what we will have to see. Yes, at the NHK Trophy. But they made a strong case for themselves also because the 2nd US team, Caroline Green and Michael Parsons, had to withdraw after Michael had a very bad fall in the rhythm dance.
Yes, that was obviously very sad. He fell on the twizzle, and not only they were far away, he also got injured, and so they went out for the free dance, but only to tell the referee that they are not skating.
They're not skating, and wave to the audience. So Emilia and Vadim, great success for them. Also, Vadim is now a US citizen, so they are eligible for the Olympics. And in 3rd place was Evgenia Leporeva and Geoffrey Brissot of France. They're still a little bit behind of their shape from last season. But still, I think that was the strongest outing of them yet this season, and they can be pleased with the third place.
And I also think I like the program. They have the Daft Punk, so there's a French music for the rhythm dance, and Björk, which is I think I never heard in Iceland before.
No, I think
That's cool. Yeah, I thought I enjoyed that, and I must say, I really love that song Bachelorette. I still see Daisuke Takagi skating to it.
so, yeah, it's always nice if you have like a good connection with the music. It makes you like the program a bit more.
Olivia Smart, Tim Leek, they obviously had hope for more after last season's success, but she slipped in this pattern step sequence in the rhythm dance, and in Iceland this even counts as a fall, so similar to what happened to Guillaume Cizeron in the rhythm dance last week. Right, but then they came back strong in the free dance. They were third in the free dance, and you never know. I mean, if they had a better score in the rhythm dance, they might have had a good shot at the silver medal even.
Yes, and Olivia also admitted that she had the pressure. I think she wanted to be on that podium, and I also like that she admitted that, and that she said then in the free dance she went back to, yes, I actually do that because I enjoy skating, and I want to just enjoy performing, and that's what they did, and they had a good free dance.
Right.
Moving on to the women.
Yes. So Amber Glenn repeats as champion at the Cup of China.
Yes, and she did it really, really in style, and really two strong outings. Beautifully landed triple axels in both segments, especially the one in the free. I was like, wow, wow. And she did this free skate really not being the best condition. I even saw it. She had her whole neck bruised and taped. And she said it was something that appeared after the morning training practice, that she couldn't move her head properly.
Yeah.
This is also, and it reflected in the score. She got pretty low components. And I think the judges noticed that. She said she couldn't go really all out on the performance because she had literally problems with moving her head properly. But even more impressive, like she had one little mistake on the combination, everything else was flawless.
Yeah. So she said she had to keep her head stable, but luckily it's nothing. She said it's nothing serious. It's just needs probably a little bit of time.
And we
physiotherapy.
I met her today, and she said it was already better.
Yeah. So so by winning this second Cup of China, she made herself a nice birthday present because her birthday is coming up on Tuesday. So happy birthday, Amber.
And in second place, we had Alyssa Liu, our world champion, who had a much, much better outing than at her first event, the Lombardia Trophy, where she still had boot issues. Now she said she tried six pairs of boots, and they found the right one. And now this problem is fixed. And she went back to her two old programs, the short program, because she wants to distance herself from the artist. And the free program, the new Lady Gaga program, is currently getting reworked. So we will see a comeback. But it was also nice to see both of her old programs, especially the short program she felt so emotionally connected to.
Yes. And also the free program was, had worked so well for her, and that I didn't mind seeing it again. She said she probably will keep both programs, these old two programs for Skate America, because she is not enough time to get everything finished the way she wants. So we'll stay tuned, and later in the season what Alyssa comes up with.
Yeah.
Rinka Watanabe. Alyssa, one thing I need to say, she's a world champion, but she never had won a Grand Prix medal, so that was her first.
Yes. And for Rinka Watanabe, this was by far not the first Grand Prix medal. She's actually quite a good skater on the Grand Prix, and she's also a little bit dramatic, but I love that about her. She said after her very bad outing at the Challenger in Georgia, she thought about quitting skating, and she actually really had a very rough season up to this point. So coming out here and skating a clean short program with a triple axel must have felt so good for her and was so good for her. The free skate was a little bit more rough. but because of that strong short program, she could hang on to the bronze medal. And for Japanese skaters, it's always so important to keep the chance for the final. And that's what she said, like, yeah, with the third place, I'm hanging on to my chance to go to the Grand Prix final, and that she wants to fight for at Skate America.
Right. Anastasia Gubanova from Georgia. She's this season, she's been so consistent this season. She had the qualifier, Olympic qualifier, then Georgia home challenger, and now here put out 2 very strong performances, some under rotational cues, but regardless, or low levels and spins, but it was consistent, and so it's very good to see.
Jashin had back-to-back events from coming here from France. She did similar job to France. I think she had a few mistakes here and there. But yeah, she's just settling in at the senior scene, and like this young girl having to compete in 2 different continents within 1 week. Kudos to her.
Yeah,
Well
not
done.
so easy. Hein Lee didn't do so well here. She was better at the challenger, but
Yeah, she kind of had a bad second half of her free skate. She went back to both also
Yes,
2
yeah.
old programs,
Yes.
which was more kind of surprising to me. But yeah.
I've seen that happening in Olympic seasons so often, that people want to go back to programs that they feel comfortable with, older programs, but it is understandable. There's all this extra stress and hype. The men, there was
Interesting event.
interesting, and also a lot of strong performances, a lot of quads. So Shun Sato repeated as a champion. He won last year. It was his first ever Grand Prix gold medal last year here, so he was very happy to come back here, and also, of course, so excited that he did it again.
Yeah, and he and his coach had such an endearing reaction in the kiss and cry after he won.
The coach is more emotional. Even the coach, if you see the coach at the boards, and then when I really watched the coach too, and when Shun skated, and when Shun was doing well, and the coach was like, yeah, and really.
Usually the energy of the coach or of the teacher gets reflected in the skater. So
And also in the kissing cry, when the scores came up, the coach was like, yeah, and Shun was like, oh, he was so emotional. But then he said he was just happy that he got his season's best.
Yes, and he's very well on track to make the Olympic team for Japan. I think at this point he's almost a lock, I would say, together with Yuma Kageyama, because all the other Japanese men
Not
unfortunately
consistent.
don't do well this season.
Yeah, and they're not consistent at all. So
So yeah, Daniel Grassel had also his strongest international outing of the season. He had a very good national event already, and he came out very, very strong. And there's actually a funny story about Daniel. In the short program, maybe you also noticed on the screen when you watched on TV, that the Chinese fans, they started screaming and shouting and cheering, and it was because
at the beginning, he just came out,
but also in the short program once during his skate, and it was the moment when his face was close up on the screen and they saw his blonde hair. And it's so special for Chinese people to see like blonde, because Daniel is really blonde. And it was also, I met him this morning actually, and he said it was kind of confusing for me, but it was also so nice to say that, yeah. And then he said as a message to his Chinese fans, I love his humor. I know you like me because I am blonde, but I hope you also like my skating. But he had really, really good performances, and he also made a very strong case for himself here to be on the Italian Olympic team.
Yeah, definitely. Mikhail Fedorov, he obviously had hope for a little bit more. He got some under rotations. He fell on one quad toe in his free program. He overall was still satisfied, but he said he made some mistakes and he still has to work on it. I also liked his programs. I think they are good fit, and he had said that he had picked this music for the Confessor and Diva Dance from Fifth Element for his free skating 5 years ago already. He knew he wanted to skate to this music, so it's very close to him. He really likes it, and he got his will. So, and he wants to continue to work on these programs to make them better and better for his Skate America. Is his next Grand Prix.
very, very strong season overall, and also strong outing here for Tomoki Hiwatashi of the US. I think no one really had him on his radar for this season, but he is right now like having even the similar results to Jason Brown, like point-wise. He is so consistent this season. Very, very strong two programs. I think he made one mistake in the free skate, but that's it. He has a personal best here, and he came here as a replacement of his bestie, Camden Polkinen, and they're very good friends. So he said something along these lines also, that he's happy to probably have made Camden proud. He was a good replacement, and he certainly was.
Bo Yang-jin he is like the most popular skater in China.
Oh my god, it's like Yuzuru Hanyu.
He got so many toys. I mean, if you've seen it, it was already fans throwing massive toys on the ice.
It's really, really crazy.
Yeah, he's so Tian Tian is his nickname. They really like him, and I think he's been working his way back. I mean, for the Chinese skaters, this is important because the Chinese Olympic team apparently will be decided on the results from this Cup of China and the Chinese national. So he was by far the top Chinese skater in this event, made a strong case for himself, and he was quite good. I mean, he landed the Koto, and so as he seems to be on the comeback trail.
And there were some very popular skaters here who didn't have their best outings, like Junwan Cha, Sotamaya Yamamoto, and Denis Vasilyevs, all big fan favorites. Jun still struggles with his boots. As far as I know, Sota, I haven't read his comments yet. I don't know, but he's he tends to be very inconsistent, unfortunately. Oh no, I remember I did read his comments. He said he didn't have enough training over the summer. I think there was also maybe an injury. And with Denis, maybe you've heard that he is without a coach right now, and that was the start of his season here. He said himself it was a start. He is happy that he came here. He's also proud that he made the step and come here all by himself. So he's not too down about this result. He had mainly in the long program under rotation issues, but he hopes to get the mileage and do better in Finland.
Right. So, and the last ones were the pairs, which is
very, very exciting event.
Yeah, is definitely
very strong event. Very strong event. Like, let's start maybe with this one. I spoke with Annika Hocke and Robert Kunkel in the mixed zone, and at that point they were expecting to finish in last place. American team fell behind them afterwards, but they were like, we scored here 2 points higher, or like a couple of points higher than at their win at Skate America, I think 2-3 years ago.
Yes.
So that shows you how amazing this field was.
Yeah, it was a strong field, and Anastasia Metelkina-Luka Berolava from Georgia, they celebrated the second Grand Prix win of their career. And as they had an amazing short program. They were so sharp, so crisp. There was a bolero, and the elements really high quality. Free program was also good, but there was a mistake. She fell on the double axel in this jump combination,
and they also had an issue
and they were shocked by that. That never happened. But I think it was also because of the ice that we already mentioned, because he was like bubbling, and he must have caught something, and they. But that obviously was they were a little shocked about that. But
they are so strong this season, especially. I mean, they were always very crisp and precise. But I think what really sets them apart, or like what makes them such big competitors, that they have this high GOE. They have so big elements, especially the jumps. So they earned so many points there, also in GOE. So yeah. Very, very. They won with quite a margin, despite having 2 errors in the free skate. So sends a message to the German and the Japanese team.
Yeah, to everybody out there. Sarah Conte Nicolomaci were a little bit shaky in the free, especially. But for them it was quite a stressful event.
Yes, they also said it was not easy for them to skate after the Olympics champions Sui Han, and for them it was also very important, I think, to place in the top 2 because they want to make the Grand Prix final. And they said also for them it was not so easy. I like also the honesty there, to come on the ice with the screaming audience, the whole ice full of plushies, and then go out and skate their free skate. For that they did a very good job, and they were also happy with that.
yeah, then the comeback was, of course, the big
Yes.
story. Wen Qingxui and Song Han. They
No one knew what to expect.
yeah, because nobody had seen them. They didn't do anything else. The pair already in practice, we saw that the pair elements were the throws were very good, and the solo jumps were a problem, and also then they struggled with a lift because he has a shoulder injury.
Yes, and there's quite a controversy out there, especially with the short program lift. And I think all experts are actually aligned that the lift, one lift, should be
It's
illegal. It doesn't fulfill the requirements of this year's short program lift.
For the program is it's a group 5 lift, a lasso type lift.
Yes,
and
they did a group 4 lift.
That's what the experts say. Yes, some experts say.
Yeah, and the technical panel didn't catch that. They were rewarded 8.8 points for that element. So there's quite some controversy about that. Regardless, they had a really good outing here.
Considering everything.
Yes, they
coming
surprised me
back
positively.
Yes. And they are. They said that the time has been rather short, and considering the time they had, because I asked, that they really started to skate together in May. So that's not after a long break, and especially him. I mean, he was skating with another partner, but he decided to come back in March, and in May he really started to train with her again, and he had to lose a lot of weight, and so it is really not so easy, but really congratulations to them for coming back and doing what they did.
And also I want to mention, because that was my first time when I actually saw them in person in the press conference and had some contact with them, and I really was so positively surprised. They seem such chill people, such nice, and because on TV they always felt like so fierce. I mean, and they seem so chill, and also they speak quite good English, and it's nice to see that side of them.
I remember them in juniors. Oh my god! So and then there was a young Chinese team
moving up from juniors.
Huang Yihang that.
They went to the qualifier.
Yes, they did the qualifier. They got a spot there, and I think for them it's also a very good result in the first Senior Grand Prix.
Yes, they were very solid, especially in the short program, and they're actually point-wise not so far behind.
Right.
Rebecca Ghilardi, Filippo Ambrosino of Italy finished in 5th, but also with very good skates, especially after the free skate. They were so happy and so relieved. Also, they have this internal battle for the second Olympic spot.
All three Italian teams were here.
And Lucrezia Vicari, Matteo Garise had already a rough short program and then had to withdraw from free skate because Lucrezia is being injured. Ghilardi Ambrosini just looked stronger overall this season and also had a good outing here.
Right, so that was it then for the Cup of China.
Yes.
And we move on for the Grand Prix in Canada.
Yeah, you gotta fly all around the world. Yes. I will fly back to Europe, but we'll hear from you, I guess.
Yes, so stay tuned, and it's going to be interesting again.